Hello people, in this video we want to look at cold chain equipment. So if they ask cold chain equipment in the exam, basically what it is vaccine carriers. So from the center where you have stored these vaccines, you are going to take it to people. Okay. So this will be cold chain. Did you understand, guys? Vaccines are being stored here in cold chain equipment and you're taking the vaccines to people. This is cold chain. This is cold chain equipment where you keep the vaccines. So cold chain equipment, if they ask you what you should show here. For storage, you will use certain equipment like electrically powered or solar powered, or they could be neither electrical nor solar powered, okay? Like a cold box, vaccine carriers. So basically for storage, you have these kind of equipment. For transport, what and all you have these kind of vans, refrigerated vaccine van, insulated vaccine van. And again here you can write for transportation also, you can use cold box and vaccine carrier, right? So basically, did you understand, get the concept of what we are looking at in this video? So look at this electrical cold chain equipment. So you have, guys, for electrical you will have to write walk-in freezers, walk-in coolers, deep freezer, ice-lined refrigerators, domestic refrigerators which are front load. This one is a domestic refrigerator, right, which is front load. But an ice-lined refrigerator is this one, where you can see the door opens on the top. This is a walk-in freezer. You can walk into it. It will be really cold. And this is a cooler. This is a freezer. So it must be even more powerful. And this is just a cooler looks like. Okay. Then guys, you have the non-electrical. Non-electrical means, see, these don't need electricity. This is a cold box or a vaccine carrier or a day carrier, or this is an ice pack. In ice pack, these holes they will use to keep the vaccine bottle when they are vaccinating. Okay. So that is an ice pack. They have kept this ice pack only in this day carrier. You can see that. Then you have solar equipment, guys. Solar equipments, you have like something which is a solar refrigerator, battery driven or direct solar driven kind of a thing. Let's look at these in detail. So each of these will have different storage, different temperatures also. Let us look at this walk-in freezer, WIF. This is like a prefabricated modular polyurethane foam PUF insulated panel assembled cold room with two identical refrigeration units. And a standby generator will be there in this, okay? This one. Something like this, okay? And this will have a standby generator to provide uninterrupted power supply. The generator set starts automatically as soon as the power cuts off. It maintains a temperature between minus 15 centigrade to minus 25 degrees centigrade. Minus 15 to minus 25 degree centigrade. So this is WIF. These are usually installed where? At national, state and regional vaccine store. Usually this will be at a national level, right, where they have to store more, right? At a national level or a state level or a regional level, you will have this WIF. So this will be used for bulk storage of OPV vaccine and for preparation of frozen ice packs. You can also prepare ice packs in this one. Now coming to the next one, guys, walk-in cooler, WIC. So shall we move on to walk-in cooler, guys? So you can basically walk into it. Does this look like a walk-in cooler? Yeah, there is a door. So basically this is a cooler, not a freezer, right? So what do you think its temperature will be? Plus 2 degree centigrade to plus 8 degree centigrade. Okay. So this will have a high capacity, 40 cubic meter, etc. That is possible up to 40. So this one is plus 2 to plus 8 centigrade. This is the most common temperature for all vaccines. Okay, so just remember this, plus 2 to plus 8. This is plus. Vaccines are actually stored at plus 2 to plus 8 degree centigrade. This is a prefabricated modular polyurethane PUF insulated panel. Same thing. Okay. So these will be again used for BCG, hepatitis B, DPT, pentavalent, IPV, measles, tetanus, toxoid vaccines, etc. These also have two identical cooling units and there be a standby generator which will start up if it, if the power supply goes off. Same thing, okay, in this one. So this is what walk-in cooler you can remember. Okay. Then, so these will be cooler, so their temperature will not be as high. Where will you install them? In government, medical store, depot, state, regional vaccine store, same thing, okay. And these will come with continuous temperature recorder and alarm system. So they should always, ensure that the temperature is maintained. Very important, right, for vaccines. Then deep freezer, guys, this is a deep freezer. So basically deep freezer, it operates on vapor compression system and it's like a conventional type refrigerator which operates on 220 volts AC main supply. This has a top opening lid to prevent loss of cold air. So because cold air always settles down and hot air is up, so cold air they want, right? So that will remain down. So even if they lift the lid on top, cold air will settle down. So this is a very good thing, okay? The temperature is minus 15 to minus 25. Same thing as a walk-in freezer looks like, right? And what is difference between this and the ice-lined refrigerator? This has got little or limited holdover time. Oh, and is dependent on the number of frozen ice packs in it. This is used at district level and above only for storing OPV vaccine, they are saying. This one, it has less holdover time. That's all we can tell you. Holdover time is less. So what is the temperature here? Again, they are saying it is minus 15 to minus 25 degrees centigrade. But this holdover time, the time will be less in this. Holdover time is less. Holdover time is less compared to ILR. Okay. Now let us look at ILR. Ice-lined refrigerator. Where is that ice-lined refrigerator? This one. They look very similar, isn't it? To us at least. Or maybe these photos are not exactly what they are. Ice-lined refrigerator, ILR, is the most important link in cold chain. Okay, this is very important one. This is also vapor compression system. Similar to any refrigerator, it operates on 220 volts AC. Okay, and again this one is plus 2 to plus 8. This is also plus 2 to plus 8 degree centigrade. Very good. Then, what else are they saying here? These are top opening, yes. These are used at district and sub-district level to store vaccines. Then, what else is there? It keeps the vaccine safe for a minimum of 8 hours continuously. Wait, what is this? Guys, this one, it needs 8 hours of continuous electricity supply in 24-hour period. Minimum 8 hours should be there per day. Okay? So that's what they are telling here. Guys, main thing you have to understand here, it is an ice-lined refrigerator. So there will be a line, ice line, inside which they are keeping stuff. Okay, this is ice-lined refrigerator. That's what you have to focus on here. So this one, what happens if current goes also, guys, if electricity is not there, this ice will protect the vaccine. That's why this is ice-lined refrigerator, and this is much better than a deep freezer. You saw in deep freezer, the hold time was less. This one. The holdover time is less, but here the holdover time is good, right? So here you can keep all vaccines we won't say all. Vaccines like OPV, BCG, measles, Japanese encephalitis. Okay. See, they are telling here in this one also there's some order in the way the vaccines are kept. Like you have DPT, tetanus toxoid and hepatitis B and IPV and pentavalent vaccines and diluents are kept in the upper part. So all these should be in the upper part. Remember, DPT, tetanus toxoid, IPV, that is, what is IPV? Injectable polio vaccine? No. It is inactivated polio vaccine, isn't it? And then this hepatitis B vaccine. All these you should keep upper part only of the ice-lined refrigerator. Why? What will happen if you keep these vaccines at the bottom? They will freeze because it's more cold there. What can you keep down? Looks like you can keep OPV down. Yes, there are a few other things that you can keep at the bottom of this. Those are, other than OPV, you can keep BCG here. Measles vaccine also you can keep at the bottom, and Japanese encephalitis also you can keep at the bottom. What should you keep on top? DPT, TT, hepatitis B, IPV, pentavalent vaccines and diluents. So let's just make a note of this information. So remember this if it is possible for you. Oral polio vaccine, BCG, measles and Japanese encephalitis can be kept down. Okay. And what should be on top? DPT, tetanus toxoid, hepatitis B, inactivated polio vaccine and pentavalent vaccine and also diluents. Diluent also should be on top only, looks like. Upper part of the basket. Now if somebody asks you what is the holdover time of this equipment? Okay, holdover time is the time defined as the time taken by the equipment to raise the inside cabinet temperature from its temperature at the time of power cut to a maximum temperature limit of its recommended range. So So it is the holdover time. You should remember the definition. Holdover time is the time taken by the equipment to raise the temperature inside from whatever temperature was there at the time of the power cut to the maximum temperature limit that is recommended. Okay. So if it goes beyond the recommended range, till there you take the cutoff as a time. Till there it is the holdover time. Okay. Holdover time depends on so many factors. What will it be the factors? It depends on the ambient, depends on holdover time, depends on, first of all, the equipment itself, I am sure, right? How equipped it is, because you have ices inside, ice-lined refrigerator. So how big these ice packs are and etc. Right? What temperature earlier they were at. But it also depends on ambient temperature, frequency of opening the lid, then quantity of vaccines kept inside with adequate space. So if you kept more quantity, then you need more power to cool them. Condition of ice pack. Condition of ice pack. So all this will matter holdover time. So first holdover time you define. It is the time that is taken for the inside temperature to increase beyond the recommended range. Something like that. Okay, you understand the concept, isn't it? Now, what are we looking at here? For example, if the cabinet temperature at plus 4 degree, whenever the current went, it was at plus 4. So where is our ILR? Here. Please bring our ILR here. This was at plus 4. Okay. Now the current went. What will happen? If it goes to plus 8 and beyond, then it is outside the range. So from plus 4 to plus 8, the amount of time it took to reach this plus 4 to plus 8 is the holdover time. And what does this depend on? The condition of the ice packs, the quantity of the vaccines that you have kept inside, frequency of your opening the store, ambient room temperature, all that you should think of, and how this equipment itself is, right? All that will matter. Lastly, we have something here, domestic refrigerator, front load refrigerator. Is this fridge making you hungry, guys? Well, this is the domestic refrigerator, front load refrigerator. It also can maintain plus 2 to plus 8 only. Okay. So, but this holdover time and all will be limited. Obviously, it's a domestic refrigerator, right? You can use it for the storage of vaccine. But the thing is, you will open the door front, right? So, it will lose a lot of coolness when you open the door. They are saying these ice packs should be kept vertically to avoid leakage. Ice packs should be taken out from the left. Which is left here? This is right for me and this is left. So, I should take it out from left. Why is that? Again here there is some concept of up and down. What will you keep up and what will you keep down? But this doesn't seem to be matching with the ILR thing. So, let's just go with the ILR thing. This front load, the refrigerator, it looks a little different, the placement of the vaccines. You'll have to look at the textbook for that. And they're saying diluents you keep next to the vaccine with which they are supplied. And they're also saying that vaccines which have expiry date which are coming closer, that should be kept in front so that you can pick them first. Okay then. Looks like we are done with the electric equipment. Just look at this ice-lined refrigerator which could be important for exam. Do's, what are the do's for ice-lined refrigerator? Do's, what are the do's? Do's means what you should do. You should keep them in a cool room away from direct sunlight, at least 10 centimeters away from the wall. Keep the equipment leveled. Okay, it should not dance. Fix the equipment through voltage stabilizer. You should put a voltage stabilizer and then you have to connect this. So if this is the power supply, right, you will have a middle, you put a voltage stabilizer and then connect it to this ILR. Okay. Then keep vaccines neatly inside this. Space them properly for air circulation. Keep the equipment locked and open it only when necessary. Defrost it periodically. You know this defrosting concept? If you had a old type of refrigerators, we had to defrost it like every a few months probably, because the ice used to form here and it used to become hard. Nowadays you have nice refrigerators which you don't have to defrost. So you have to defrost this regularly, okay. Then supervise the temperature record. See here they have put some thermometer kind of thing. You have to supervise this temperature. You know, these people have to write down every time they have to come into the room and write down the temperature, and they have that is being displayed, and they have to monitor it, okay. And if the vaccines are inside some cartons, then you have to make holes on the sides of the carton so that the cold air can circulate, okay. Then don'ts. What are the don'ts for ILR? ILR, the don'ts. Don't keep any object on these equipment. Don't store anything in this other than what is supposed to be stored. Don't keep drinking water and your food in this. Wow. Do not keep more than 1 month of requirement. Whatever you need only for 1 month, that much you keep. Don't keep expired vaccines in this. Reconstituted BCG, rota vaccine and measles vaccine are kept at +2 to +8 degrees centigrade for maximum 8 hours. So once you reconstitute a vaccine, you should use it within the specified amount of time. That is around 4 hours for BCG, rota and measles. For Japanese encephalitis vaccine, within 2 hours it has to be used, looks like. Then what else, guys? Are you understanding? This is an important question for exam, guys, so that's why we are looking at it in so much of detail. They are saying don't keep used ones in this. Return unused vaccines from here into the cold chain. You have to return it. If it is unused, you have to return it from the site wherever you had taken it to the cold chain. So you have to label that as whatever has been returned. You will have to label it as returned unused for whatever has been returned, okay. If something went and came back, went and came back, went and came back 3 times, then that you will throw. Don't keep it back, okay. Then coming to what else, guys? We are done with electrical. Now let us move to some non-electrical like cold boxes, right? Cold boxes don't need current, right? What do you think? Vaccine carriers, day carriers and ice packs. Let us see what this cold box is. Cold box are supplied to all peripheral centers. These are mainly used for transportation. Before the vaccines are placed in cold box, fully frozen ice packs, we can see the ice packs in this, are placed at the bottom and the sides. The vaccines are first kept in cartons or polythene bags. Vials of DPT, etc. should not be placed in direct contact with the frozen ice packs. Don't keep the vaccines directly against these frozen ice packs. They should be within their polythene bag or their carton, okay. So let us say vaccine bottle is there, that should be inside its carton. It should not be touching the ice pack, okay. This is a cold box. Then you have vaccine carrier. It's going too much over your head, guys. Just take a deep breath. Okay, what are we looking at? Non-electrical now, yes. So this can be used for storage and transport kind of a thing, right? Vaccine carriers. Let's look at a vaccine carrier now. What is a vaccine carrier? So basically, to carry small quantities of vaccine, 16 to 20 vials for out of reach sessions, right? 4 fully frozen ice packs are used for lining the sides. So you will keep ice packs in it. 4, okay. And you can exactly keep them. Again, here they are saying don't keep the vaccine vials directly in contact with the ice packs, okay. And you should close this box tightly. Day carriers. What is a day carrier, guys? They are used to carry small quantities of vaccine, just 6 to 8 vials. This is a smaller thing, okay. So where you can carry 6 to 8 vials to nearby sessions. 2 fully frozen packs are used. Wow, that looks so much sense, right? Here there are 2 fully frozen packs are used. It's only for few hours you can use this, okay. Then coming to ice pack. This is ice pack. Ice pack contains water and no salt should be added to it. It has only water. The water should be filled up to the mark. Whatever mark is there, till that mark only you should fill the water. And if there's any leakage, you should discard this. If there's leakage, you have to discard it. The risk of cold chain failure is greatest at sub-center and village level. So the risk of failure of vaccine is, risk of failure of cold chain is maximum at a sub-center or village level. That is why vaccines are not stored in sub-center level and they must be supplied on the day that you need. That time only you should give them the vaccines. Okay. So guys, we are done with what? We're done with electrical and non-electrical. With non-electrical kind of for transport and storage and transport. Now let us move on to solar cold chain equipment. Guys, once we finish these two, we are done with the equipment. Okay. Shall we look at this? So guys, solar powered, right? Till now whatever you studied was electricity powered, or you have some ice packs kind of a thing. This is solar powered. So here you have battery driven as direct drive. What is this battery drive? It's normal compression refrigerator principle, low voltage, but it will have, okay. The battery is charged by solar energy. So here there's a battery which is charged by solar energy. Here also you have the PUF insulation around the storage compartment for efficiency, etc. So what will be there in this? This is a freezer, refrigerator cum freezer will be there, having basket for storing vaccines. So you can have something for vaccines and something for frozen ice packs. Frozen compartment for frozen ice packs. And then you have a vaccine compartment. Two things they have, looks like. Okay. So vaccine will be +2 to +8. You should not forget this temperature, right? +2 to +8. What about freezer compartment? This will be -7 degrees centigrade. So two compartments. This one seems to have 2 compartments. It looks very nice, right? 2 compartments are there. Yes. Okay. For each refrigerator and freezer compartment, it has separate DC compressor. Oh, these two have separate DC compressor. Only the freezer has on-off switch for defrosting, it seems. Otherwise, the other one doesn't have on-off switch, looks like. Then let us look at solar refrigerators direct drive. Guys, how is it going? Is it becoming too much for you to understand? Last one, guys. Solar refrigerator direct drive. Okay, this is the last one. So this is direct drive means what? Direct drive technology uses sun's energy to freeze water and other phase change material and then use the cooling from that to keep the refrigerator cold during night and cloudy days. These refrigerators are wired directly to photovoltaic generators. Wow, what is this? These are directly wired to photovoltaic generators. Okay. So what do these do? During night and cloudy days, etc., they will keep the refrigerator cold. Okay, fine. But what do they do in the sun whenever sunlight is there? They take the sun's energy to freeze water. Sun's energy they are taking to freeze water. Okay. And use the cooling from the ice bank. So there's no battery as such. What are they trying to tell here? It's kind of difficult to understand. Okay, so they will use the sun's energy to freeze water and they'll use this cooling to keep the refrigerator cold whenever there is no sun. Okay, that makes sense. So, what else, guys? So, after this, you should also learn vaccine vial monitor, this color coding and all that, right? So, if it is equal to this inside square is equal to the outside circle, or if it is darker inside, then you have to discard the vaccine. Otherwise, you can use the vaccine. You have to not only check this, you have to also check the expiry date, okay? So there are a lot of conditions for vaccine usage. So in this video, we wanted to look at cold chain equipment. This is for vaccines. So you will use the equipment to keep the vaccines and then you will take it to the people whenever they need to be vaccinated. The minimum level that they keep the cold chain equipment will be like a primary health center. You have state, district level, state level, national level cold chain equipment also. Let us look at this. For storage, what and all you have? For storage, you have electrical equipments, you have solar equipments and non-electrical equipments. For electrical, what and all you have? Like example, you have a walk-in cooler, walk-in freezer, ice-line refrigerator, deep freezer, domestic refrigerator, which is front door, etc. Solar, you just now saw solar battery driven or direct driven. Non-electrical will be like cold box, vaccine carrier. These are all for storage. For transportation, you will have refrigerated van, insulated vaccine van, cold box and vaccine carrier again. Okay. Now, when it comes to electrical cold chain equipment, here you have walk-in freezers, which will be freezers. So, their temperature will be -15 to -25 degrees centigrade. All of these are lined by PUF, right? What is PUF? Polyurethane foam. This you have to remember. Most of these will have this word. Polyurethane foam, PUF, polyurethane foam, okay, PUF. Then, so walk-in freezer will be this much and these will be at national level, state level, etc. You saw that, right? And for bulk storage, you will use this for OPV mainly. For OPV, you can remember. Walk-in coolers, walk-in coolers will be +2 to +8 degrees centigrade. So this will be having all types of vaccines you can keep, BCG, hepatitis, because this temperature is not very high, isn't it? Then again this you will use in state level, etc. Then coming to deep freezer is again the word itself tells you it's a freezer. So minus 15 to minus 25 degrees, but this will not have great holdover time. See, all of these will have generators, walk-in freezer cooler, you can walk into them and they'll have generators which will automatically start if the power supply stops. Then coming to deep freezer, what you said, the holdover time is less compared to ILR, okay, but this is a freezer, remember. Then coming to ice-lined refrigerator, this is very important for exam. Look at this, these are ice-lined. So main thing you have to remember here is these are ice-lined. These are ice-lined. And inside that only you will have vaccines kept. This is also plus 2 to plus 8 degrees centigrade. Plus temperature, vaccines are stored at plus. You should know what is stored at top level and what is stored at bottom in the basket. Okay. So let us look at that. So where is it? So up you will keep DPT, tetanus toxoid, hepatitis B, ITD, pentavalent and diluents. Down you will keep OPV, PCG, measles, Japanese encephalitis, etc. Holdover time you have to define, it's the time required for the temperature which is inside when the power goes, whatever temperature is there, to reach the maximum recommended range. That will become holdover time. This depends on the equipment itself, the ambient temperature, the frequency of your opening of the lid, the quantity that you have stored inside it, and the condition of the ice packs. Okay. Then, what are the do's and don'ts for ILR also? Let us look at do's and don'ts for ILR. So, don't keep opening the door unnecessarily, right? Then, don't keep in sunlight, keep it in a cool place, don't keep it on a shaky surface, and keep a voltage stabilizer for it. Then, defrost it periodically. Then, keep the vaccines neatly, space them properly. Then don't keep expired vaccines. Once they are returning the vaccine, mark it as returned vaccine, and if it's returned more than 3 times, discard the vaccine, right? And then don't keep your food or water in it and eat from it every day. Okay, then what else? So many things we have seen, right, in do's and don'ts. Then coming to domestic refrigerator, that's the front load refrigerator, you can use this again plus 2 to plus 8, but this will not have any holdover time, etc. Right? This is all about electrical cold chain equipment. Then you have non-electrical like cold boxes, vaccine carriers, day carriers, and ice packs. Cold boxes, you saw that at the bottom there are ice packs, right? And you should never make the vaccine touch these ice packs. A vaccine carrier, you have this one, like you have 4 sides also. They are keeping some ice packs, and you're keeping around 16 to something, right? 16 to 20 vials in this. Day carrier will have 2 ice packs, right? And 6 to 8 vials. You can keep this for a few hours only. You can use this. Ice pack is this one where you have a mark to show you till where you should fill water. Fill only normal water. Don't fill any salt solution, etc. And you should. These holes are for keeping the vaccines. When you are giving the vaccine to people, you can use these holes to keep the vaccine. Okay. And maximum failure of cold chain occurs in subcenter and village level. So they don't store actually at subcenter and village level. They always go back into these kind of ILRs, etc. That's why you're getting return vaccines in ILR. Okay. Then what and all we saw? Solar cold chain equipment where you're using solar energy. So you have battery driven and direct driven. So direct driven means what? Sun's energy you're using to freeze the water, and that frozen thing you're using to maintain the vaccine temperature. You have directly wired, these solar refrigerators which have direct drive are directly wired to photovoltaic generators. Here you have a generator word, okay, and here you have a battery word. So there's some difference, right? And as you can see, there are 2 compartments here, right? So basically there are 2 compartments, one for vaccine, that will be plus 2 to plus 8 degrees centigrade. This is compartment, vaccine compartment, okay. And then you have a freezer compartment for ice pack, that will be minus 7 degrees centigrade. Remember, this is a minus, okay. Then what else you should know, guys? Lastly, vaccine vial monitor. If the color inside the square is lighter, then you can use. If it is same color or darker, you should not use. And you should also keep checking the expiry date, and you should always keep checking the condition of the vaccine. And the cold chain equipment, you should monitor regularly with the thermometer. That is about cold chain equipment, guys. Hope you have understood cold chain equipment and you will be able to write it in the exam. That's all for now, guys. Bye bye.